Vaishnavamscha Shrirupa Sagrajatam Sahagana Ragutam Tam Pitam Tam Sajivam Sarvaitam Sarvadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitamscha Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namayom Vishnupadaya Radhikaya Priyatmane Shishimad Bhaktivedanta Narayani Namine Shri Krishna Lilakatana Sudaksham Madhurya Madhurya Ganashayuktam Varam Varanyam Purusham Mahantam Narayanam Tvam Shirasha Namami Namayom Vishnupadaya Keshava Prasthaya Bhutale Shishimad Bhaktivedanta Vamani Namine Gaura Bhava Mayo Deha Ujvala Rasa Bhavaka Bhaktivedanta Vamano Raga Bhakti Pravartaka Guru Tamni Chat Siva Shivaishnave Sarvadamati Kanta Bhagavate Sakshar Goswami Vedante Rati Namayom Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamini Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavari Prashatya Deshatarine Namayom Vishnupadaya Acharya Simharupine Shishimad Bhakti Pragyan Keshava Iti Namine Iti Martya Charitraya Swarstritanam Chapaline Jivadukhe Siddhartaya Srinama Premadayine Gaurashraya Vigrahaya Krishna Kamaya Kacharine Rupanuga Pravaraya Vinodati Swarupine Prabhuparantarangaya Sarva Sarguna Shaline Mayavaratamoghnaya Devantarartha Pare Namaha Namayom Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Namine Shri Varshabhanavi Devi Dahitaya Kripaptaye Krishna Sambandha Vigyana Daina Prabhave Namaha Madhurya Ujvala Premadhya Shri Rupanuga Bhaktira Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namostite. Oh, okay, sure. Namaste Gauravani. Oh, so we're on page 5. We can do the invocation together. On the last one, the last line. Namaste Gauravani Shri Murtaye Dinatarine Rupanuga Virudhapa Siddhanta Dvanta Harine Namo Gaura Kishoraya Sakshat Vairagya Murtaye Vripalambhara Sambodhe Parambo Jayate Namaha Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Sachidananda Namine Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupanuga Varayate Gaurabir Bhava Bunvastvam Nirdashta Sajana Priya Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Shri Jagannathayate Namaha Vanchaka Patarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Eva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pratayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaura Tvishe Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Jayatam Surato Pangor Mama Manda Mater Gati Matsarva Swaparam Bhojo Radha Maramohano Divya Vrindaranya Kalpadrumadha Shimaratnagara Simahanasto Shimarada Shila Govinda Devo Prashtalevi Sevyamanos Madami Shivanasarasarami Vansivata Tatasita Krishna Bhatter Gopinata Shriyasuna Vrindaye Tulasi Devyaye Priyaye Keshavasya Krishna Bhakti Pradadevi Satyavatya Namo Namaha Panchatatmamakam Krishnam Bhaktarupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Shivami Bhakta Shaktikam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasari Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Can we do the rest of the prayers tonight since there's such little accompaniment for instruments? Okay. We're just going to do some more prayers. Namasheshtamanamapi sachiputramatra swarupam rupam tasya grajamuripurim maturim goshtavatim Radha kundam girivaro maho radhika madhavasam prapto yasya patita kripaya shri guruntam natosmi Namaste Gurudevaya Sarvasiddhi Pradayine Sarvamangala Rupaya Sarvananda Vidayine He Shri Guru Gyananda Dina Bandhu Swananda Data Karunaika Sindhu Vrindavanasina Hitavatara Prasidarada Pranaya Praja. Radha Trayasvabho Jagannatha Guru Sangsara Banina Dagdam Mam Kaladastam Chatam Aham Sharanam Gata Radha Sanmukha Sanshaktim Sakhi Sangha Nivasinim Tamaham Satatam Vande Guru Rupa Param Sakim Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Sapadantikam Adadhanastrinam Dantir Idam Yache Puna Puna Shrimad Rupa Param Bhoja Dulisham Janma Janmani Vairagya Yuga Bhakti Rasam Prayatner Apayayan Mam Anubhipshamandham Kripam Buddhirya Paradukka Dukhi Sanatanam Tam Prabhurashrayami. I forgot to give Krishna his flute. Anarpitam charim chirat karunaya avatirna kalo samarpaitam munata ujjvala rasam svabhakti shriyam hari purata sundara dyuti kadamba sandipita sadaridaya kandare spurato vasachinandana Sangsara dukkha jalado patitasya kama Krodadina kramakarai kavalikritasya Durvasanani gatitasya nirashrayasya Chaitanya chandra mama dehi padavalambam Chaitanya Chandra Mamarit Kumudam Vikasya Hridyam Videhi Nija Chintana Bringarangai Kincha Paradhati Miram Nibidam Viduya Padamrita Sadaya Payaya Durgatamam Sankarshana Karunataya Shai Garbhodashayi Chapayodashayi Sheshashayasyang Sakala Sanitya Nandakarama Sharanam Mamastu Nityananda Namostubhyam Premananda Pradayine Kalo Kalmasanasaya Janava Pataye Namaha
आजानुलम्बितभुजो कनकावदातो सङ्कीर्तनैकपितरो कमलायताक्षो विश्वम्भरो द्विजवरो युगधर्मपालो वन्दे जगत्प्रियकरो करुणावतारो वन्दे जगत्प्रियकरो करुणावतारो बर्हा बर्हापिदाभिरमं मृगमदतिलकं कुण्डलाक्रान्तगन्धं कञ्जाक्षं कम्बुकन्तं स्मितसुभगमुखं स्वाधरे न्यस्तवेणुं श्यामं शान्तं त्रिभङ्गं रविकरवसनं भूषितं विजयन्त्यां वन्दे बृन्दावनस्थं युवतिशतवृत्तं ब्रह्मगोपालवेशो कस्तूरीतिलकं ललाटपटले वक्षस्थले कौस्तुभं नासाग्रे वरमौक्तिकं करतले वेणुं करे कङ्कणं सर्वाङ्गे हरिचन्दनं सुललितं कन्ते च मुक्तावली गोपश्रीपरिवेशिता विजयते गोपालचूडामणि वंशीन्यस्तव चन्दं स्मितयुतमतुलं पीतवस्त्रं वरेण्यं. Wait, let me figure out the meter 1 second. वंशीन्यस्तस्य चन्दं स्मितयुतमतुलं पीतवस्त्रं वरेण्यं कञ्जाक्षं सर्वदाक्षं नवगणसदृशं बर्हचूडं शरण्यं त्रैभङ्गैर्भङ्गिमाङ्गं व्रजयुवतियुतं द्वष्टकेश्यादिशूरं वन्दे श्रीनन्दसूनं मधुररसतनुं धुर्यमाधुर्यपुरम् फूलेन्दीवरकान्तिमिन्दुवदनं बर्हावतं संप्रियं श्रीवाचङ्कमुदारकोष्ठुबधरं पीतम्बरं सुन्दरं गोपीनं नयनोत्पलार्चिततनुं गोगोपसङ्गावृतं गोविन्दकलवेणुवादनपरं दिव्यङ्गभूषं भजे. नमो नलिनानेत्राय वेणुवाद्य विनोदिने राधाधरशुद्धपानशालिने वनमालिने कृष्णाय वसुदेवाय हरये परमात्मने प्रणतक्लेशनाशाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः. अमलकमलकान्तिं नीलवस्त्रं सुकेशिं शशधरसमवक्त्रं कञ्जनाक्षिं मनोज्ञं स्तनयुगघटमुक्ता दामदीप्तां किशोरीं व्रजपतिसुतकान्ते राधिकामाश्रयेऽहं. हा देवी काकुबरगदगदयाद्यवाचा याचे निपात्य भुवि दन्ददमुद्भतार्ति अस्य प्रसादमबुधस्य जनस्य कृत्वा गन्धर्विके तव गणे गणनं विदेहि. राधे वृन्दावनाधीशे करुणामृतवाहिनी कृपया निजपदब्ज दास्यमयं प्रदीयतं कनकजलदगात्रो नीलशोणाब्जनेत्रो मृगमदवरभालो मालती कुन्दमालो तरलतरनवेशो नीलपीतम्बरेशो स्मरनिभृतनिकुञ्जे शिराधिका कृष्णचन्द्रो अङ्गश्यामलिं च ताभिरभितो मन्दे कितनदीवरं जाड्यं जागुदरोचि संविदधतं पत्तम्भरस्य श्रिया बृन्दारण्यविलासिनीं हृदिलसद्दामाभिरामोदरं राधास्कन्दनिवेशितं जलभुजं ध्यायेन्दामोदरम् नवीनश्रीभक्तिं नवकनकगौरकृतिपतिं नवरण्यश्रेणी नवसुरसरिद्वातवलितं नवीनश्रीराधा हरिरसमयो कीर्तनविधिं नवद्वीपं वन्दे नवकरुणमाद्यं नवरुचिम् जयति जयति बृन्दारण्यम् एतन्मुरारे प्रियतमम् अतिसाधु स्वन्ता वैकुण्ठवासात् रमयति ससादा गापालयन् यत्र गोपी स्वरितमधुरवेणुर्वर्धयन् प्रेमरासे राधेश केली प्रभुता विनोदा विन्यासविज्ञं व्रजवन्ति ताङ्घ्रिं कृपालुताद्या किल विश्ववन्द्यं श्रीपूर्णमासीं शिरसा नमामि गोवर्धनो जयितशैलकुलादिराजो योगोऽपिकाभिरुदितो हरिदासवर्या कृष्णेन शक्रमकभङ्गकृतार्चितो या सप्ताहमस्य करपद्मतले प्यवत्सित् सप्ताहमेव च्युतहस्तपङ्कजे भृङ्गायमानं फलमूलकन्दरे संसेव्यमानं हरिमात्मवृन्दके गोवर्धनद्रिं शिरसा नमामि बृन्दावनावनिपते जय सोम सोममूले सनकसनन्दन सनातन नारदेद्य गोपेश्वर ब्रजविलास युगाग्रपद्मे प्रेम प्रयाच निरुपाधि नमो नमस्ते चिदानन्दभानो सदानन्दसूनो परप्रेम पात्रे द्रवब्रह्मगात्रे अघनं लवित्रे जगक्षेमदात्रे पवित्रीं क्रियान्नो वपुर्मित्रपुत्रे गङ्गादितीर्थपरिसेवितपादपद्मं गोलोकशोक्यरसपूरमहिं महिम्ना अप्लाविताखिलशुधा सुजलं सुकब्दो राधामुकुन्दमुदितं यमुनं नमामि मुदा यत्र भ्रमथिन् मुदा यत्र no. ब्रह्मत्रिनिकीरगुल्मादिषु पारं सदा कंसञ्जन्मार्पिता विविधकर्मापि अनुदिनं क्रमाद्ये तत्रैव व्रजभूमि वसन्ति प्रियजना माया ते वन्द्या परमविनया पुण्यकचिता.
What's next? We have 20 minutes. The crumb? We have 20 minutes. Oh.
About that kirtan we talked about last night.
Oh, in Kunja Vihari Ashtakam?
And the other one,
Jai Jai Radhe Krishna Govinda?
yeah.
Okay.
You know, if you're having trouble with the Sanskrit, it's so bewildering. Just look at the English. Don't worry about it. So at least you know what everyone else is saying. Because they're very, very beautiful names. What page?
Page 297.
297.
Mhm.
And this is a good one. They're all good.
इन्द्रनीलामणिमञ्जुलवर्णा पुलनिपाकुसुमञ्चितकर्णा कृष्णलभेरकृशा उरसिहारी सुन्दरो जयति कुञ्जबिहारी. No. राधिकावदनचन्द्रचकोरा सर्वबलववधूचितचोरा चर्चरिचातुर तञ्चितचारी चरतु जयति कुञ्जबिहारी. सर्वतः प्रातिता कोकिलपर्व दाम्ना ससेनरितवासवगर्वा गोष्ठरक्षाना कृतगिरिधारी नीलाय जयति कुञ्जबिहारी. रागमण्डलविभूषितवंशी विभ्रमेण मदनोत्सवशंशी स्तूयमनाचरिता सुखसारी श्रेणिविजयति कुञ्जबिहारी. शतकुम्भरुचि हरिदुकूला केकिचन्द्र कविराजितचू. How come no one's singing? गिरिधारी जयति कुञ्जबिहारी ष्टशकीकृतसुगन्धिपतिरा स्वर्णकञ्चि परिशोभिकतीरा राधिको नाथपयोदरवारी कुञ्जरो जयति कुञ्जबिहारी. गौरधतो तिलको जलबाला केलिचञ्चलितचम्पकमाला आद्रिकन्दारगृहेश बिसारी सुब्रवं जयति कुञ्जबिहारी. विभ्रमोच्चलदृगञ्चलनृत्या क्षिप्तगोपललनोकिलकृत्या प्रेममता वृषभानुकुला Srimati Kunja Bihari Astakamadura Kunja Bihari Kridaya Patitaya Kilahari Saprayati Vilasat Parabhagam Tasya Pada Kamalarchana Ragam Kunja Bihari Radha Kunja Bihari Kunja Bihari Radha Kunja Bihari. The hue of his body is the charming color of sapphires. His ears are graced by blossoming kadamba flowers, and his broad chest is adorned with a gunjamala. All glories to beautiful Kunja Bihari. He is the chakora bird that drinks the moonlight of Srimati Radhika's face. He steals away the composure of all the chaste brides of the Gopas, and he skillfully dances to the rhythm known as charchari. All glories to Kunja Bihari. He stopped the famous customary sacrifice to Indra, thus removing Indra's pride, and to protect the people of Braj, he playfully lifted Govardhan hill. All glories to Kunja Bihari. His Vangshi is decorated with different rags and raginis, by which he announces to the gopis the festival of transcendental Cupid. Hearing the sweet sound of that Vamshi, flocks of enamored male and female parrots extol his character. All glories to Kunja Bihari. His beautiful garments have the splendor of gold. The top of his head is decorated with a peacock feather, and he delights the playful, ever youthful girls of Braj. All glories to Kunja Bihari. He is anointed with fragrant sandalwood paste. His hips are decorated with a golden belt. He is the elephant bound by the rope of the raised breasts of Sri Radhika. All glories to Kunja Bihari. His forehead is made splendid with tilak, ground from golden minerals. His champak garland playfully sways to and fro. He meets the beautifully eyebrowed gopis in the palatial caves of Govardhan Hill. All glories to Kunja Bihari. His restless dancing, sidelong glances make the gopis drop all their household duties. He is the paramour of Brishabhanu's daughter who is mad with love for him. All glories to Kunja Bihari. He who recites these 8 verses about the sweet, playful pastimes of Kunja Bihari will certainly attain the greatest fortune, anurag for the worship of the Lord's lotus feet. Page 154. Jai Jai Radhe Krishna Govinda Jai Jai Radhe Krishna Govinda Jai Jai Radhe Krishna Govinda Jai Jai Radhe Govinda Shri Radhe Govinda Radhe Govinda Radhe Radhe Govinda Shri Radhe Govinda Radhe Govinda Radhe Jai Jai Shyama Sundar Madan Mohan Brindavan Chandra Jai Jai Shyam Sundara Madan Mohan Brindavan Chandra Jai Jai Radha Raman Rasa Bihari Shri Gokulananda Radha Raman Jai Jai Raseshwari Vinodini Bhanukula Chandra Raseshwari Vinodini Bhanukula Chandra Lalita Vishakhayadi Jato Saki Brinda Jai Jai Lalita Vishakhayadi Jato Saki Brinda Jai Jai Shirupa Manjarirati Manjari Ananga Jai Jai Manjari Rati Manjari Ananga Jai Jai Shirupa Manjari Rati Manjari Ananga Jai Jai Jari Rati Manjari Ananga Jai Jai Purnamasi Yoga Maya Jaya Vira Brinda Jaya Vira Brinda O Save Meli Koro Kripa Ami Ati Manda Save Meli Koro Kripa Ami Ati Manda Kripa Kori Deha Jugal Charanaravinda Kripa Kori Deha Jugal Charanaravinda Jai Jai Radhe Krishna Govinda Jai Jai Radhe Krishna Govinda Govinda Jai Jai Radhe Krishna Govinda Oh Radhe Govinda Shri Radhe Govinda Radhe Govinda Radhe Oh Radhe Govinda Shri Radhe Govinda Radhe Govinda Oh Radhe Govinda Shri Radhe Govinda Radhe Govinda Radhe Radhe Govinda Shri Radhe Govinda Radhe Govinda Radhe Sure. I think we have till 8:45. Yeah. All glories to Radha Krishna who give pleasure to the cows, gopas and gopis. All glories to Krishna who has a beautiful dark complexion, who enchants Cupid and who is the moon of Vrindavan. All glories to he who revels with Radha, who relishes Ras Leela and who is the joy of the land of Gokul. All glories to Radha, who is the mistress of the Ras dance, the embodiment of Krishna's pleasure, and the moon of the dynasty of Vishwanu Maharaj. All glories to all the Sakhis, headed by Lalita and Vishakha. All glories to Shri Rup Manjari, Rati Manjari, and Ananga Manjari. All glories to Purnamasi Yogamaya. All glories to Veera Vrinda, Vrinda's group, Devi's group of messengers of the divine couple. All of you, please bestow your compassion upon me, for I am extremely impoverished. Mercifully grant me the lotus feet of the divine couple. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, oh, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, oh, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, oh, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare, oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. Hari Bol. Nitai Gaur Premanande.
Agyanam timirandasya Gyananjana salakaya Chaksurunmilitam yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Nama Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tvadalai Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadabhaktaya Namo Nama Yang Pravajantam Manupetam Apeta Krityam Dvaipayano Virahaka Tadavajuhava Putreti Tanmayataya Tadavo Banedos Tang Sarvabhu Hridayam Muni Manatosmi Bhaktya Vinay Aparada Lakshay Chiptasya Kamadi Tarangamadye Kripamai Twang Sharanam Prapadyam Brinde Namaste Charanaravindam Tavoivasmi Najivami Tam Vina Iti Vigyaya Radhe Tam Nayamam Charanantike Kripayati Yadi Radha Padita Shishabadha Kema Paravashishtam Pushti Maryada Yorme Yadi Vadati Chakinshit Smeira Soditasvir Dvijavaramani Panktya Mukti Shuktya Tadakim Shama Sundara Shikanda Shekhar Smeraha Samurali Manohara Radhika Rasikamam Kripanite Swapriya Charana Kinkari Kuru Prananatha Vrishabhanu Nandini Srimakabja Rasalola Satapada Radhika Paratale Kritustite Tam Vajami Rasikendra Shekhar Sambadai Dashane Trinam Bibo Dart Braja Mahendra Nandan Astu Mohan Tavati Balaba Janma Janmani Madhispari Priya. First I offer my unlimited obeisances in the dust of the lotus feet of my most worshipful Diksha Gurudev, Nityalila Pravishta Om Vishnupad, Asto to the Sat Shri Srimad Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada, and the same unlimited obeisances in the dust of the lotus feet of my most worshipful Shiksha Gurudev, Nityalila Pravishta Om Vishnupad, Asto to the Sat Shri Srimad Srila Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Goswami Maharaj, to our grandfather Guru Sri Srimad Bhakti Pragyan Keshava Goswami Maharaj, and Sri Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, to all of his divine associates and all the assembled devotees, and the assembled devotees, Diksha Gurus or my Shiksha Gurus, Sri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta, Madhav Maharaj, Sri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta, Ban Maharaj and Sri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta, Siddhanti Maharaj. So today is the disappearance day of Govinda Ghosh. We learn from our teachers, our gurus, that if we observe the disappearance day and appearance day of the pure devotees, contemporary, past, way past, and other holidays, then by their mercy, obstacles are taken away and auspiciousness comes in our path of bhakti. And if we don't, then the opposite happens. Obstacles come in our path and auspiciousness goes away. So today is the disappearance day of one of the intimate associates of Lord Chaitanya. So we're going to hear about him from this book, Sri Chaitanya and His Associates, which is written by Srila Bhakti Ballabh Tirtha Goswami Maharaj. And then we'll explain, because it's not that long, then we'll explain what happened in the morning program. Govinda, Madhavananda, and Vasudev were gopis in Braj, because every associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his pastimes 500 years ago is also somebody in Krishna's Leela, which were manifest here 5,000 years ago. Govinda, Madhavananda, and Vasudev were gopis in Braj, namely Kalavati, Rasalasa, and Gunatanga, who used to sing the songs composed by Vishaka. And that's from the Gauraganadesha Deepika. These three Ghosh brothers were born in an upper class Kayastha family from northern Rarha. They hailed from Agaradweep, and all three were singers, famed for the sweetness of their voices. And then Maharaj quotes again, here from Chaitanya Bhagavat. The meritorious Madhava Ghosh, so it's the disappearance day of one of them, but we're reading about the three of them. The meritorious Madhava Ghosh devoted himself to kirtan. There was no singer on earth who was his equal. That's pretty amazing. So we want to, get pure so we can join Mahaprabhu's Leela and hear him sing. It is said of him that he was a singer from Vrindavan. He was most dear to Nityananda Prabhu. The three brothers, Govinda, you don't want to fan yourself with Krishna. The three brothers, there's something we can give you. Is there a mundane fan? Okay. The three brothers, Govinda, Madhav, and Madhav or Madhavananda, and Vasudev, sang while Lord Nityananda Prabhu danced. Then another quote from the Chaitanya Charitamrita. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu danced to the kirtan of the three brothers. Then another quote. When Nityananda Prabhu returned from Puri to preach in Bengal, he was accompanied by Vasudev and Madhava Ghosh, while Govinda remained with Mahaprabhu and thus felt great satisfaction. Now this part is just about Govinda Ghosh, whose disappearance day is today. Govinda is counted amongst Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's personal branches. That is, there's branches from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, branches from Nityananda Prabhu. You know who Nityananda Prabhu is, right? Of course. Yes? Okay, Nityananda Prabhu is Balaram in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Leela. He's his brother and most intimate assistant. And so some of the devotees of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are, they serve both of them, but they're particularly associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, which means they're gopis. And if they're particularly associates of Nityananda, who's Balaram, who's a coward boy, then they're generally coward boys. So Govinda is counted amongst Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's personal branches, which means he's a gopi in Krishna Lila, as mentioned earlier. Eventually, he made his home in Agra Dweep. Vasudev, his brother, in Tamluk, and Madhava Ghosh, his other brother, in Dainhat. Govinda Ghosh Thakur's house is not far from Agra Dweep in Kashmir, Vaikunthala. Some are of the opinion that Vishnu Tala was his birthplace. Govinda, that sounds boring. Who cares what his birthplace was? But just by hearing that, we get purified because of who he is. Govinda Ghosh participated in Mahaprabhu's Leelas in Srivas Sangam, the courtyard of Srivas Pandit, who we heard about a few days ago on his appearance day, and in the house of Raghava Pandit. During Ratha Yatra festival, you know Ratha Yatra? You know Lord Jagannath? He was the lead singer in the Ratha Yatra festival, which is amazing because there's millions of people there. And he was the lead singer in the 4th kirtan group. In other words, there were 7 kirtan groups around the cart, accompanied by his 2 brothers, Chota Haridas and Vishnu Das. And Raghava Pandit. Vikreshwar Pandit joined this group as the principal dancer. Vikreshwar Pandit could dance for 72 hours straight. So Lord Chaitanya told him, if I had another wing like you, I could fly. On Mahaprabhu's direction, Govinda revealed the Gopinath deity from a black stone in Agradweep. I don't know how he can do that, unless somebody carved it, or a stone turned into the deity. I'm not sure. Mahaprabhu also instructed him to get married. There is a legend that Govinda Ghosh's wife and son both died untimely. As he grew older, Govinda Ghosh began to wonder who would perform his last rites. As it is considered important to have a son who can perform the Shraddha ceremony, in other words, doing mantras and holding a festival so that the deceased father would get a good birth in his next birth, go to the heavens. So Govinda had a dream in which Gopinath appeared to him. Gopinath is the deity, like that. Don't worry about this. I will perform the Shraddha ceremony for you myself. When Govinda Ghosh left this world, Gopinath was true to his word and offered his pinda. Gopinath continues to perform this ceremony every year on the anniversary of Govinda Ghosh's departure from the world. So there's a big ceremony, and Gopinath is the prime deity there. This takes place on the waning moon, Krishna Dwadasi, of the month of Chaitra. Vasudev Ghosh's disappearance is on the 2nd day of the waxing moon, in the month of Kartik. There are 2 songs that are written by Govinda Ghosh, and I'll just be saying the English. Gadadhar says, Oh, Mukunda, my life, did I really hear what I think I heard today? If I say it, I will die. There's some suspense there. The words do not want to come out of my mouth. Gauranga is really going to leave Nabadweep. I had no idea, but when I saw Gora this morning, now gradually you'll get to know that Gauranga and Gaur and Chaitanya and Mahaprabhu, they're all the same person, but they all describe his different qualities. Like Gora means golden colored, and Gauranga means golden limbed. So gradually, like there's a lot of names being shot at you, and gradually you'll know who's the same name and who's different people. I had no idea when I saw Gaur this morning. He was sitting with his head bowed in thought. Streams of tears flowed from his eyes and washed over his chest. His moon-like face had lost its luster. When I saw him like that, my own heart fluttered, and I could not ask him anything. For a moment I regained consciousness and humbly asked him the question, and that is what he told me. I was so disturbed that I ran here to you right away without saying anything further to him. I have told you this, and now do what you can. I don't think that I have any hope of continuing to live because sometimes like if a wife or a husband die or a son dies, then the parent or spouse doesn't want to live, at least for a while they don't want to live. So that's a perverted reflection of the fact that with pure spiritualists, they don't see any reason to live when they feel separation from their Lord. But it's different. One is full of sadness here, and one is full of ecstasy there. But we can't imagine it until we become like them. When he heard this news, that was Gadadhar speaking, Mukunda started to cry. He could no longer keep his composure. When he looked at Gadadhar, Govinda Ghosh says, "Let it not be, for if he leaves, I will die." That's how much separation they had. Those devotees who were at his sannyas ceremony, when his hair was being cut, and then he would leave Navadvip, they were all weeping during the hair cutting. His beautiful locks of hair. Then there's another song. "O people of Navadvip, who are you staring at? Spread your arms and stop Gaurachandra. Make him come back. Who is there now who will clasp you to his chest? Who will come and beg you to take love of Krishna? I have been stabbed in the heart." Wow, when oh when will we feel like that? Like we feel separation of prasadam is late. Hey de re nadi avashi kara mukha chao. Chao means Mahaprabhu is leaving Navadvip. Chao, bye-bye. What? Yeah. Ciao. See ya. Bengali. C-A-O. Ciao. Spanish. Well, I've been stabbed in the heart. I've been stabbed in the heart. The beloved of my life has abandoned Navadvip and is gone. No longer will we be able to go and sit with Gauranga. No longer will we be able to enjoy kirtan the way we did. All the devotees are crying, their hearts are bursting, and like a stone, Govinda Ghosh does not go to join them. Shri Govinda Ghosh ki jai. Tariya Tirubhav Titi Maha Mahotsav ki jai. Maha Mahotsav ki jai. Maha Mahotsav ki jai. Can you put this on the table? Okay, then, so what we were doing this morning, the first thing we did was we offered prayers to our Gurudev, to Srila Prabhupada, and all the gurus. And then the second song, when we turned this way, was glorification of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. But I don't know exactly what to say because you'll just gradually get to know everybody. And in the meantime, if the Sanskrit or Bengali is too much, then, as I mentioned to Andres, just read the English. I mean, you could try and look at the other language sometimes, but I think mainly you want to know what's happening. And where does it say here about, if somebody could find this, the Mangalartik prayers? Here. It's all on the table of contents. Yeah, so Mangal Artik is, Mangal means auspicious, Arti means like a celebration, and praying to be part of that celebration in the spiritual world. And during the Mangalartik prayers, you might not know it, but the meaning is that what's happening in the spiritual world, that Radha and Krishna are being beckoned to wake up because they're sleeping in the forest, and now it's time to get up and go back to their homes because Radha and Krishna are one soul in two bodies. But so therefore, the two bodies means in order to enjoy pastimes, Krishna becomes two, male and female. And if they were married, then there's so many rules and regulations within the marriage, and there's a cause of being together because we're married and we signed the paper. He's my husband and he's the father of my children. But with Radha and Krishna, there's no reason. It's just causeless love. The only reason, if you want to get philosophical, is that they're one person. And then being two, they want to become one again. So they're always trying to become one by their amorous pastimes. So even though we don't see it, the pastimes of Vrinda Devi, the goddess of the forest, waking them up, and the birds waking them up and singing, and the peacocks, every creature is trying to help them wake up so that they can go home, so that their parents wouldn't suspect that they were, to get back before their parents would wake up, so that nobody would suspect that they were out together. So therefore they have a paramour relationship, which means out of wedlock. Like if in this world, that's very degraded. If somebody's having a relationship with somebody else's wife or husband, that's very immoral and degraded. And unless one is moral and degraded, nobody appreciates it. But that's because this world is a perverted reflection of the spiritual world, like a perverted reflection of a tree in the water, in a muddy water. Everything is upside down, right? The tree. and the muddy water is upside down. The branches are up, and the branches are. The roots are up and the branches are down. The bottom of the tree is on the top. So, so everything is what's pristine and pure there. The perverted reflection of it is it's not good. So, without proper understanding of the fact that Krishna is just a lusty person, he not only dances with Radharani but billions of other girlfriends. So it's very important to read a lot and to hear a lot to understand their transcendental nature. Like one of the verses is Subhadristi Kota Prabhu, Jagatira Prati. Please bestow your kind glance upon the world and awaken in my heart this most auspicious rati. Ah, rati. Ah means come. Please come, rati. And rati is the ecstatic mood of love for Krishna. So in this prayer, the devotees are also praying for that pure bhav to be able to actually see those early morning pastimes. And then we worship Tulsi and Govardhan. Govardhan is the mountain that Krishna resides near or on. He's like a 12-mile high and long mountain. I forget the exact number, 8 or 12. I asked Gurudev once in Fiji, why would Krishna want to have as his playground a mountain? Isn't it hard to get up and down? So, I mean, you have to go like almost straight up. So he said, no, you don't understand. Krishna could go to the top in one step. See, these are spiritual pastimes, and we can't conceive of them in this world. So we worship Govardhan, one of Krishna's divine residences, who's in the shape of a mountain, and we worship Tulsi. Tulsi in the spiritual world is Vrinda Devi, who's one of the main choreographers of Krishna's pastimes. Choreographer means, you know what a choreographer is? Like of a dance, a song. So what animals come out, what trees blossom, everything is choreographed by a few of the choreographers. And Vrinda is the main one. And she's practically the one. And she's one of the main messengers that deliver messages back and forth and arrange for the meeting of Radha and Krishna. In this world, she takes the form of the Tulsi plant, and we meditate on her as the Tulsi plant, circumambulate her as you saw, pray to her, bow down to her, water her. So Sumukhi will show you how to do that, right, Sumukhi? Okay, what? Wait, do you mind getting, because I keep thinking that I want the people to hear you so I don't have to repeat it.
So, in one of them it says that Vrinda Devi is instructing the gopis and she's the guru of the gopis, and in another one it says Purnamasi Devi, and then we've heard from Vaishnavas that Purnamasi and Vrinda Devi are like the same tattva, and I'm just wondering if you can elaborate on this, like are they one, like who comes from who, and is one a manifestation of the other, or are they are they separate in some ways? And then in Braj, what, like, they're two different personalities, right? So, yeah.
Yeah, it's amazingly inconceivable. Yogamaya is she's the expansion of pastime potency. Gurudev said that if you take all the pastimes and put them together and make a shape out of it, that's Yogamaya. In the groves, out of the groves, she's the guru. She's the guru of everybody. Like, for example, Mother Yasoda was thinking of marrying Radharani to Krishna. So they asked their guru, the guru of Braj, Purnamasi, who looks like an old. She's old and she's an ascetic, and she wears saffron, and she carries a little water pot. So they asked her if it would work out astrologically. She said, no, it will be a terrible match. It'll be an unfortunate marriage. So they shouldn't get married. Why? Because she's the pastime potency of Srimati Radhika. So they have to be in a paramour mood. Otherwise, without the risk of paramourhood, the relationship would get old. Like if a husband and wife, like you two, are married in Krishna consciousness and Krishna's the center, then it doesn't get old and stale. But for materialists it does, because that's the nature of material things. So she's the guru of all of Braj. And her manifestation in Dwarka is Subhadra. And Vrinda is her Purnamasi's or Yogamaya's manifestation for the kunjas, for inside the kunjas, and Yogamaya is for outside. She has the larger area, but Vrinda does the most intimate of the exchanges. So that's what I understand. Any other questions at this point? I know it's all over your head, don't worry about it. Just by hearing, we get gradually purified. And the program works. Just by attending. I mean, I've seen it personally, so I'm speaking from realization, not about me. Somehow or other I missed it, but I'm speaking about all the devotees here. You know, I've seen a lot of them when they first came to Krishna consciousness, and I see the very, very quick change just for them going through the program, chanting the mantras. You want to share your own experience? Is that why you raised your hand? Okay, can you take the mic? Oh. Okay. Can somebody give Dr. Om the mic? Where is the mic?
I keep hearing that word kunja. What does that
Kunja
mean?
means secluded groves,
Okay.
where, outsiders or only a few people can go in there. Like a few, the gopis, when they need to assist Radha and Krishna's pastimes, and especially the manjaris. And then there's, beyond the kunja, there's the nikunja, which is even more secluded and intimate. Sometimes it's translated as bushes, but it's not. It's secluded groves. Any other? Okay. Then, where am I? What were we just talking about? Oh, Vrinda, that was your question. And So we were talking about Tulsi worship. Just by watering her, remembering her, what do you call it? Remembering her, praying to her. So if you could, look at the meanings at home, so that when we say it in Sanskrit, then you'll know what you're saying. And gradually, if you study well, you'll be able to know each word. So therefore you can know exactly what you're chanting. Yeah. Yes, Sankirtan. I don't know that. I asked Madha Maharaj and he told me and then I forgot. So we can ask him again. He asked, why don't we water and worship Tulsi on Dwadasi? Okay, so then we did Tulsi worship. Then we did japa. And we worshipped Govardhan, that rock. That's one of the rocks from Govardhan in Vrindavan. And that rock has the power of the whole Govardhan. So if you read the English, you can see how intimate he is in the pastimes of Radha and Krishna. Like, for example, there are deer on Govardhan, and they're always looking for where is Krishna so that we can hear his flute. So then even when the bamboo rustle, they think, where is Krishna? Is he here? And they run around like mad. And then what else is there on Govardhan? Yeah, so the stones of the Shilas have a very amazing fragrance that for the enjoyment of Radha and Krishna. What else? Manasi Ganga is where Radha and Krishna and the gopis sail on a boat, and there are pastimes that take place in that lake or river, Manasi Ganga. Dangati is where Radha and Krishna have a love quarrel. You know how boys and girls, they just so that they can be together, they make up things and they make up quarrels. So that goes on there in Govardhan. And what about the breeze? Kusum Sarovar is mentioned there in Giriraj's song. Oh, but he has Kusum Sarovar, where they have other love quarrels and swim. So there are so many pastimes of Radha and Krishna on Govardhan. He facilitates. He came out originally from the heart of Srimati Radhika to facilitate their pastimes. Is it too strange? The breeze also. The what? The breeze frolics, and it's like compared to an elephant that takes a bath in the water in the lake and then comes out and rolls in the dust. So the breeze goes everywhere and picks up all the fragrance from everywhere and then pleases Radha and Krishna. Everything is conscious there. I was once at the beach, not for swimming or anything, but Prabhupada had a house because he was recuperating from a so-called heart attack. So the devotees got him a house in New Jersey, and the backyard was the ocean. So once we went to visit him, and we all, put our shoes or whatever, slippers, you know how you do, so that the corners won't blow away. And I had plastic sandals, and Prabhupada took the sandal and he held it up and he said, "Is this leather? Don't wear leather. Leather is a product of violence." But that was a side note. The main thing was we saw some surfers, in those black skin suits. and surfers, yeah. So Prabhupada said they're trying to enjoy, but at any moment there can be a big wave and they're finished. They'll die. So the happiness of this material world is like sweet rice, which is very delicious. Do you ever make it here? You do? When Sankirtan's mother's here. So anyway, sweet rice is very delicious preparation, but when it's mixed with sand, you can't really enjoy it. So this material world, because it's mixed with the three modes of nature as a perverted reflection of the spiritual world, although there seems to be a drop of happiness, really no one can taste happiness here. Why did I tell about that? I don't remember. Huh? The surfers, yeah, but why? Why did we go to the ocean? All right, everything is conscious. Oh yeah, so then Prabhupada said at the beach, everything is conscious there. Like here, the ocean is dead, except for the fish in it. But there, the lakes and the rivers, everything is conscious, and they all experience or relish the happiness in being around the trees. Everything is fully conscious. Yeah. Can you take the mic?
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Srimati Gurudevi. I have a little question about that. If there is atoms in every corner in this matter, and Paramatma and
Wait, there's atoms. Everywhere there's atoms.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and Paramatma is in every atom.
Right.
So it's not that everything in this nature is also conscious?
No.
Okay.
So he's asking, this world is made of atoms, and Paramatma, or the supersoul of all beings, is in every atom. So is it that every atom is conscious? No, he's in every atom, but he is not every atom. You know what I mean? I mean, he's every atom in the same thing, that in the sense that material energy is simultaneously one and different from him, because it's produced from him, but it's not eternal, full of bliss and full of knowledge. But he's there keeping it all together. Like, thanks for holding the space and keeping it all together. So if he didn't keep it all together, everything would fly off in different directions. Yeah.
Isn't there a Gita verse that says everything rests on me? Like,
As pearls are
but I
hung
am
on a
not
thread.
but I am not in
But
it.
I'm not
Like
and let's find it.
everything's
Haridas.
within me, but I am not.
In them.
Yeah.
Let's see what Prabhupada says about that. You don't have Gitas in your pack?
I think it's 5 something.
9 something?
9 something.
I don't know.
He's not referring to the pearl verse.
I think it is a different. The pearl one. You're saying how everything's in me, but I'm not within it. Oh, well, I mean that's Srimad Bhagavatam 2:9:35.
It's also Bhagavad Gita. Oh, do you remember the verse from Bhagavatam? English? Chatmani.
Obermod, just as the material elements.
Wait, can you take the mic?
Obermod, just as the material elements enter into the cosmos, and at the same.
Brahma.
He's talking to Brahma in the Srimad
Brahma.
Bhagavatam. Oh.
Brahma.
Brahma. Just as the material elements enter into the cosmos and at the same time do not enter into the cosmos, similarly, I myself exist within everything created and at the same time I'm outside of it.
Yeah, I'm in it and I'm outside, I'm everywhere. There's nothing but Krishna. In other words, can you first verse?
Of
Hamevasi.
Evagre nanyad yad sarasat padam pascharaham yad etachcha yo vishisyatisyosmaham. O Brahma, it is I, the personality of Godhead, who is existing before the creation when there is nothing but myself. Nor is there the material nature the cause of this creation. That which you see now is also I, the personality of Godhead, and after annihilation
Could you
remains
put that
will
on
also be I.
45?
What does that mean? Oh,
Means
me talking?
You're on 78 right now. It's 3 speeds of a record. Could you repeat that?
O Brahma, it is I, the personality of Godhead.
Could you put that on 45?
Wait, what was
O
that?
Brahma, it is I,
The
the
personality.
personality
Oh,
of
I was
Godhead.
too fast. I thought you were saying I was too slow.
Oh, I see, okay.
Yes.
Go down to 33.
That's why.
Okay. In my time it existed. Okay.
Oh, Brahma. Brahma. It is
Brahma.
Brahma. It is I, the personality of Godhead, who was existing before the creation when there was nothing but myself. Nor was there the material nature, the cause of this creation. That which you see now is also I, the personality of Godhead. Oh, I just
And
suddenly
after
blanked.
everything
Oh, and
is...
and after annihilation, all that remains will be I, the personality of
No,
Godhead.
isn't that incredible? Thank you. I hope that everybody can follow the footsteps of Haridas and memorize those 4 verses, which is, if you put all the Srimad Bhagavatam together, it's those 4 verses.
I feel like the Mayavadis could easily use that verse to
So Radhika is saying that the Mayavadis can easily use that verse to say it's all one. Therefore, we need the purports of the pure devotees. Therefore, we have our disciplic succession. Yeah, that's it. Although on one hand, you go ahead, read it with the mic. Ninth chapter? Maybe I'm wrong. I've been wrong. Okay. And then we'll be ending in a minute. So then we do japa, you know what that is. Of all the 64 limbs there are innumerable limbs of bhakti. 64 are the most important. Of those 64, 9 is the most important. Of those 9, 5 are the most important. Of those 5, 3 are the most important. Hearing, chanting, and remembering. And of those, Harinam Sankirtan, chanting the holy name, is the most important. So we have that, and then we go into the bhajans, which you can say the bhajans are, the singing before the class. That is a mind control thing to change our mindset of who I am and what I want. And then when we do that often, and then the bhajans are a lot on our mind, then when we chant, the mood of the bhajans comes into our chanting. Because if I go into the chanting with material desires, then I get mixed up with matter. So the bhajans are extremely important. In fact, they're a class in themselves because they teach a lot, how to think, what to pray for, what is reality. No? Oh, just look it up in the phone. Just look it up on the phone. Behold my mystic opulence. I see Sankirtan is on it. Huh? It could. 9-5. Read it. Wait, take a mic. Okay, loud, slow.
And yet everything that is created,
How about the verse starting with the verse before?
Sanskrit. Nachamat stani
In English?
bhutani. Oh. And yet everything that is
The verse
created.
before that?
Oh, the verse before this. I see. By me, in my unmanifested form, this entire universe is pervaded. All beings are in me, but I am not in them. And then 9-5. And yet everything that is created does not rest in me. Behold my mystic opulence. Although I am the maintainer of all living entities, and although I am everywhere, I am not part of this cosmic manifestation, for myself is the very source of creation.
Good, thank you. The meaning is in the purports. In other words, it does not rest in me like Atlas, that he's having to hold it up. That's one of the things in Prabhupada's purports. All right, it's time to end now. And Shri Govinda Ghosh ki jai. Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Gurudev ki jai. Gaudiya Guru Varga ki jai. Gaur Premanandi. Panchakalpatarubhyastra Kripasindubevacha. Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Nitya Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol Gora. Nitya Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol. And just excuse me, I thought this was the old schedule where we stop at 9:45. I'm supposed to stop at 9:30, right? 9:40? 9:40? Exactly on the mark. Is Vasanti having a what are you doing today or what are we doing today meeting or not?